Hi guys, welcome to our 2-3-1 formation series for Kids 7-a-side football. This is part 3 of 4 videos. In the first one, that was an introduction or an overview of the 2-3-1 formation. Second one was about playing out from the back, that's phase 1. This is going to be discussing phase 2, where what we do when we break into the other team's half and how we go about trying to create chances to score goals. And finally, we'll move on to part 4, which will be what we do when we lose possession. Okay, these are deeper dive videos. So what we did do short versions of these, which have less faffing around with the editing, mainly for the kids, because sometimes their attention spans being what they are, they've got better things to do, they're busy bees, they may be better placed watching those videos. But for those more enthusiastic about the game, and that can happen at these younger age groups sometimes, then these deeper dive videos will probably serve them even better. Okay, so yeah, let's crack on. Welcome back to our series of the 2-3-1 formation when playing at 7-a-side kids football. We moved on from phase 1, where we were playing out from the back, and now we're moving into phase 2, where we're advancing the ball into the other team's half, hopefully into their area to be in a position to fire shots at goal and start scoring plenty of goals. Okay, so I think I discussed it briefly in the last video, but I'll start where I left off, which was where we are breaking the press. Okay, this just means we're being closed down by the other players, and that means they're pressing us, they're putting us under pressure, they're trying to give us no time on the ball. Those scoundrels are trying to win it off us and score a goal in our net, but we're not going to have any of that because we've studied this analysis video and we know what we're going to do. We're being closed down, so they're pressing us, and we need to play through the gaps that they leave. And if we position ourselves in good places higher up the pitch, we're able to pass through the gaps that they leave and therefore take them out of the game. So then we're able to move up the pitch together, and we're going to have more space as a result because they've tried to close us down, and we've either dribbled through the gaps that they've left or played a nice strong pass through that gap. And because we're in good positions on the other side of that press, now we're quids in. We're going in on goal. Before I move the video along, I've put some notes here. Penetrate. All right, this just means driving forwards. So whether you've just got the ball like this chap here, number 6, our centre midfielder, who's about to pass the ball, he then penetrates. Okay, he doesn't just stop and admire his pass, thinking he's God's gift. No, he goes forward in support for the next phase of the move. All right. Same with the forward. He's looking to penetrate, meaning get into the box, cause havoc. Okay, try and position himself between the goalposts is what our forward is typically trying to do. Give himself the easiest opportunity to score a goal. So nothing fancy there, even though it sounds like it. Again, we've got our players holding width, being super disciplined, and this is the point, guys. You've got to realise. I may have said it already, you can't just focus on what's happening in the here and now. You've got to think now steps ahead of the game. What's going to happen in 2 or 3 passes down the line? So, okay, maybe you're standing out wide and you're feeling a bit isolated and you're going, oh, well, I'm nowhere near the ball, so, I want to be involved. Well, trust me, if you think, well, hold on, if I hold this position, I'm taking a defender usually with me, making space for my fellow teammates, but then I can now penetrate forwards and receive a pass from my teammates because we're all working together to score a goal. And that's going to happen in 2 or 3 passes or passages of play down the line, not right that second. So it's about being patient and being a team player. So I'm going to move this video along now. You'll see the staggered lines here because when we've passed the ball, we're switching the play to our clever defender who's made a lovely forward run. I think I've said it again, guys. Try and play that ball in front of the players. You can, as long as you're passing it to them, that's great. But if you're passing behind them, they've got to stop their run. They lose momentum, and the attack therefore starts to become a bit slower. We want to make the players run their legs off and get super tired. So to do that, we need to be quite forward thinking, moving that ball forwards. And if we play it in the path in front of our players, it means they can run onto it and then carry on with their momentum and get into their box or their final third a lot quicker than if we were to play it right at them or even behind them. And the staggered lines also indicate shuffling across, so we've covered that before. This defender, he's switched on, he wants to protect his goal at all costs. So he's going to shuffle across now that we've moved the ball over to this side. I said it before, again, this winger here, he's not going to come across too much. He's going to hold his width. He's going to probably try and get into the box, but he's certainly not going to come over to this side of the pitch beyond this imaginary midline of the pitch here, okay? He's going to hold that width, create space for himself and others. Okay, so our defender's now passed it forward to our wide man. And look, we're in a great position here now. We're in wide. He can choose to cross it. We've got a triangle being formed, so he can choose to pass it back to a centre midfielder or even back to keep possession of the ball. I like to say our phrase or our motto within our team is get the ball, keep the ball, pass the ball. So that's all part of those aligned with that ethos, yeah. Okay, so we're still in phase 2. It's gone from breaking the press now to focus on creating 2v1s or 3v2s. What does that mean? Well, that means you want to outnumber the opposition. You want to create overloads. All right. So when you've got more players in a certain area of the pitch than the others, that's magic. That's what you want, and that's called an overload. That's brilliant because the reason why you want to do that is because it gives you more chance of being able to play around their player who's chasing you around and again getting super tired. Also, you're able to confuse that player. So in this scenario here, we're going to create a 2v1 because our centre midfielder's picked up the ball. He's got great ability. He's eagle-eyed and he's noticed our defenders come forwards. And now in this dashed area, we now got 2 players compared to their 1 left back in this area right now, okay? So yeah, we're outnumbering him, so we can use this situation. We can probably play a 1-2, or he can run around this player, having passed it to number 2, and he passes it to create a good crossing situation. We can pass it inside. We've even got a diamond going on here, more triangles, all that good stuff, yeah. Move it on again, and all of a sudden it's become 3v2 because our forward, he's switched on, he's come over to support. But this yellow defender, to be fair to him, he switched on as well. He's going to follow him in this scenario, okay? He could have stayed there, but he's thinking, no, I need to mark this guy because he's a threat. He's really good. But in doing so, we've drawn him out, and he's now left this space in here, which we can hopefully capitalise on. So one of our players is going to run into that situation, and in this scenario, it's going to be our centre midfielder. So we've created a situation where we're overloading, we're outnumbering the opposition here in a 3v2 situation. We're confusing the life out of the defenders because this guy's thinking, well, do I go to the ball? Do I stay with this man? And that's what we're going to do in this scenario here. We've got this central midfielder who, again, he was close to the centre midfielder, but again, he's looked at the situation, he's thought, oh, right, 3 against 2, I need to get over there. So he needs to either look at getting in this position to close off this passing lane, or he's thinking, do I engage, meaning do I close this guy down? Oh, I've got no idea what to do. I may as well just lie down. So we're now drawing opponents towards us. And once we drew them in, that's when we strike. We pass the ball, and then this guy, the centre midfielder, very intelligent. He's made an off-the-ball run. Our centre forward, again, just like a reverse pass, just knocks it inside. And look, and we've opened up this area here where he's hopefully going to have a shot. We've created, you'll see in the orange highlight zone here, a 4v4 situation. All right, 4 defenders, 4 attackers. Now, okay, we've got this yellow player here, which is 5, but we've gone beyond him. So we've created a real promising position for ourselves with a 4v4 attack. That's exactly what we want, okay? Notice back here, though, our Rock, he's being super disciplined. He's staying goal side, meaning he's closer to our goal than the opposition, and he's keeping an eye on this guy. But it's also a dangerous situation because he's 1v1, not favourable. Usually we want to be outnumbering the opposition when we're defending. So our explorer, needs to be mindful now about perhaps deciding now's the time to maybe start running back. But, you know, if you weigh it up at the time and decide if you want to hold your position, because if you do win the ball back there, or you've got more chance of winning the ball back there if you hold that position because you've got more men in and around their box. And winning it high is good because it creates a bit of chaos because they've only just received the ball and they're not really in their correct positions to defend. So if you win the ball back in this area, having lost it, then brilliant. Okay, but yeah, in this scenario, our centre midfielder, he decided not to have a shot. He decided to try and be a good team player and play it across the goal to this number 3. But we've given the ball away. You know, okay, it happens. Don't worry about it. We've got to change our focus now, and this is where we move into phase 3. When we lose possession, we've got to change our focus, change our mindset. We all of a sudden all become defenders, and I will cover all of that in video, in phase 3 video.
Just found out